is it. This is St. Olaf, Iowa. So I woke up to the best surprise this morning. First of all, I woke up late and I'm like, oh, I'm late. There's so much to get done today. I want to get the dishes done. Because that was my job yesterday and we didn't get them done. It got late. Kids did fishing all day with their dad yesterday. And so a lot of our daily chores, some of them got done because we were doing daily and weekly. We were doing like dusting, mopping, sweeping, that kind of stuff. So like we got the porch and the foyer, toy room, schoolroom, stuff like that done. But we didn't get everything done that we had set out to do yesterday. And I'm like, well, that's okay. Whoever had the rooms, we're going to stick with the same rooms tomorrow. And you can just do the room you didn't get accomplished tomorrow and we'll just pick up where we left off. So I thought, oh, it's late, I'm behind, the kids need to get their school done. I don't know how we're going to get everything done. And I woke up to this. Matt and Aspen did all the dishes this morning. So now I'm making breakfast for everybody and we can tackle our school and get our stuff done. So that was an awesome surprise to wake up to. Does that ever happen to you guys? What has been like your favorite morning surprise from someone that you've woke up to? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so I had to learn how to cook for Matt since he went on his weight loss journey. One of the things I found, Aspen's really loud. One of the things that I found was a Smart Balance. Yeah. There's nothing in it, you guys. Nothing. So I'm gonna use this, 1 egg, a few bacon bits, because these are low in sodium. They only have 3% total fat, and they're only about 30 calories. So, and then I'll put in some onion and some green pepper, and that's what I'll use for his. I asked him if he wanted me to flavor it with garlic, because I don't use a lot of salt in the house, unless the recipe actually calls for it, and if it's necessary for the recipe, I'll use it. Otherwise, I cook with a ton of garlic. So, but today he didn't want any garlic, so this is what he's getting. So there you go. That is his breakfast I made him this morning, and it's all healthy and weight loss journey friendly. All right, so we are taking a trip and decided to take you to Betty White's hometown. We are in St. Olaf, Iowa. So if you've never been there, you're about to see where it's not truly Betty White's hometown. It's Rose Nylund from the Golden Girls. But Betty White was so well known for playing the part that this would be Rose Nylund's hometown of St. Olaf, Iowa. So if you're a fan of the Golden Girls, you'll recognize the name. And this is St. Olaf. So here you are, guys. This is Rose Nylund's hometown. I know we've taken a few of you here before, but it's been a while, and we just thought since we live so close, it'd be cool to bring you out to see St. Olaf. There is not much here, you guys. This is it. This is St. Olaf, Iowa. Just a little small town in Iowa.
St. Olaf.
St. Olaf tap. So right here, there's like nothing here. It is a safe community though, it says. Look at that. St. Olaf and Iowa safe community. And there's a little, let me see if I can show you. There's a little church up there. And I don't know what this is. It says corner shop, but I don't think there's anything in there. It's all like beat up and run down now. But yeah, this is it. Just this little town of St. Olaf. Look
Look at the old tin roof.
All right, guys, so I am in the writing room and I'm actually getting ready to put together a vlog, but that's not why I pulled out the camera to talk to you. As most of you know, and if you're new to the vlog, you might just be becoming familiar with it, we homeschool our kids. I didn't always. My kids actually went to public school. The only child that I homeschooled for a long period of time was Tearlyn. And we came across, now recently, she's getting ready to go into high school, and our oldest son, Skylur, has not finished high school yet. He had fallen behind and went back to high school here, and it was really hard for him, but he still wants to graduate from high school without getting a GED. So I've been researching not only for her, but for him as well, what I can do to help him. And it's actually been a question that I've had recently, and sorry, Batman is going on in the background. That's probably what you can hear. I'm gonna shut the door so you don't, ugh. Anyway, so I've been researching and trying to figure out what I need to do so that my kids can graduate from high school, yet do homeschooling. And I've actually heard many, many successful homeschooling stories from parents who have homeschooled their children, and their children have actually gotten into colleges on scholarships. So that's what I've been trying to figure out, is how I can do that for my kids as well. Because Skylur's ready to go into college, but he needs to finish up his high school program. And for him, it was like taking time off of school, because he had really struggled just transitioning between one school and the other and had fallen behind. And because he was older than a lot of the students, but he didn't have the credits, they wanted to put him in classes that were in the sophomore level. And he's like, you know, technically I should be a senior, and I don't know if I'm ready to do that, Mom. And I said, you know what, why don't you go ahead and take the time off, and then we'll figure out what we need to do from there. And so he's ready to enter back in and finish up his schooling and get that done so that he can go into college and decide whatever he wants to do. Originally, he was thinking of being a chef, so he decided to get a job and work in a kitchen, and realized that being a chef isn't what he wants to go to school for. So now he's looking at his options, and I think that what we're doing here is going to help him a lot to figure out what options it is that he wants and where he wants to go with his schooling. So that's what I've spent probably, I don't know, the last 40 minutes researching, and I found some great tools. So as I find out more, because I know I've had a lot of you ask questions about our homeschooling, how that works for us. People have said, I've really thought about homeschooling. I don't know if it's the right thing for me. It has been a great tool for us, and it has worked really well for us. And there's been a lot of things we've had to tweak this year, so don't get me wrong, it has not always been an easy journey in homeschooling, because I went from homeschooling one child to homeschooling all of my children. And that has taken tweaking and fine-tuning to try to figure out how to make it work when I have so many different grades that I'm working with, because right now I'm actually homeschooling 5 out of our 7 kids. Charlea just graduated. She actually graduated early, so her graduation party is actually coming up in the next couple of months. But now I'm going to be homeschooling 6 out of 7 of our kids, so that should be pretty interesting. And I'm learning how to put transcripts together so that colleges will accept it, and finding out what my state requirements are so that I can actually issue a high school diploma for my kids. Some states will actually issue you one. I don't know if Iowa is one of those, and that's what I'm trying to find out. But most states don't issue it. You actually have to go through and issue a diploma. You can get them done through homeschooling forums too as well, which I'm trying to find out a little bit more about. But most colleges will accept those as long as you have good transcripts. So I'm actually getting ready to take a 1-hour webinar course. I don't think I'm going to do it tonight. I think I'm going to do it over the next couple of weeks. Sit down and take the time and figure it out. So as I learn more, I will let you guys know what I've learned in case you decide that homeschooling is something that you're interested in. I'll share any information I find out along the way. So, because I know for me, homeschooling was something that I really strongly felt was the right move for the kids. And I had a lot of reasons behind that, most of which were I had kids that were really, really struggling trying to keep up with the curriculums and the speed they were going at. And I actually had one of my children that was really struggling. Two of my children were struggling with math, and one of my children was really struggling in the reading department. And we're now getting it fine-tuned to where that child's picking up, and the other two that were struggling with math are blowing their math out of the water and doing phenomenal. So that was my biggest motivator, was because they were struggling so hard that, and not that I don't think struggle isn't good for kids, because I do think that some struggle is really good for them, but the academics were just moving at a different level than the way they were learning. And I'm able to customize this and take the learning to a more customized level, so they're actually retaining the information that they're learning, and they're actually learning it and not just trying to struggle through it. So to me, that was the most important motivating factor of putting the kids in homeschool. And watching them blossom and do it has just been amazing for me, and seeing how they're blossoming and how they're learning and taking in their education and enjoying it. So, and we have our struggles, don't get me wrong. Homeschooling is not easy. There's days where they're like, well, why do I have to? You know? And I'm like, no, you have to. Honestly, you have to get in here and do this. So there are those moments, you know. It's different when you're the teacher and you say you have to, and when you're the mom teacher and you say you have to. So those were some of the homeschool struggles that I personally go through, especially when you're trying to teach so many different ages and grades. And I have found that separating the kids into 2 different grade areas has really helped. And actually this upcoming year, it will probably be 3 different grade areas, because I'll have high school, and then 4 different grade areas. I'll have high school, middle school still, grade school, and then of course Aspen will still be continuing his preschool education. So yeah, it has definitely been an adventure and a journey. It has not always been easy, but it's definitely been worth it to me. So that's what I am doing right now. And like I said, I'll let you guys know more about it when I find out more. So I was trying to work on my schedule, which I didn't get done on Sunday, but I wanted to show you what Aspen got today.
What did this do?
What's he do? Oh, you put Play-Doh in him? Anyway, we got this Little Tykes barn, and it's secondhand, but we found it today, and I was like, you know, yeah, it's got Batman in it. And we cleaned it up, and he is just having a blast. He got the little pony that came with it, and a couple of little people, but then we found these 2. Look at them. They're really cool. I don't know what brand of toy they are or where they came from, but they're all like different nationalities.
Watch.
But there were only 2.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3.
Watch.
Yeah.
Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Anyway, they say different little things on their backs. Like this one says,
give me that.
hold on 1 second. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me see what it says. Hold on. Okay, I'll tell you this one. Anyway, this one says baby, I think, on the back, and the other one says musical. Or it says music on the back. So yeah, I don't know if any of you know what these little dolls are from. I'd like to get more of these for the kids because they're really cool. I love the little outfits on them, and they're so, I mean, you can play anything with them. They're perfect for the little people stuff, and I mean, just anything. He likes taking like her hair, and he was making shapes in the Play-Doh with her hair, which was kind of cool. You can just do all kinds of stuff with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it when I...
Is he goofy? You're so goofy.
I'm a beast!
You're on a roll. But anyway, I'm out here doing my schedule.
It's a beast!
Because they wanted me to come sit by them while they're playing. You got that beast on your head.
I'm hungry. I want a little pooty nose.
Oh, so they did good on their fishing trip. Nice.
Got some crappies. No, don't touch his eyes.
I want to hold him.
No, don't touch him. Don't touch him.
No joke, most of them are mine.
But Sky You didn't catch anything this time,
I
huh?
didn't catch a thing. None of these are.
Skylur didn't I love him.
Well, I'm guessing if you had bad luck this time, it means next time you're gonna catch
We're
the
going
most.
in the morning. Because they were just catching them left and right. Dad was catching a whole bunch of little ones.
You guys did really good. So my weekly schedule has its rightful place on the refrigerator once again. Back to it. It's not that I haven't been doing the schedule. I actually haven't been. I've been doing the schedule, but not doing my visual. And I know we've been getting a lot done, but there's a lot of things that I have let slide that I don't want to let slide. And I told you guys, that's why I designed the schedule. I'm actually looking for something right now. Oh, the house rules. So, but I put this thing up a few, I don't know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I don't know when I showed you guys. But I had my house rules here, and now there's no place for them. They have to go on the other side of the fridge because when I had them hanging down, they were getting messed with. But I think now that my nephew isn't here anymore, my great nephew, I can probably put it back. So, and get things back into order. All right, it is the end of our night, and I've actually been sitting doing some research for YouTube, just trying to figure a few things out, Twitter, social media accounts, that kind of stuff. So as I figure out some of the information, I will share that with you as always. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you tomorrow. And don't forget to click the subscribe button down below and tap that bell so you'll never miss one of our vlogs.